first, I want to talk to Tom. Hey, Tom, you're on WLS.
Hey, Terry, it's nice to talk to you again. I wanted to mention the O'Reilly-Michael Moore interview. Normally, O'Reilly is very prepared, and he didn't do his homework because this guy Moore used the same rhetorical trickery every time he talked to someone, and it's arguing from a false premise.
And it was awful. It was just awful. He didn't confront him with so many falsehoods that he could have, I was looking so forward to that. I thought, oh, this is so great. But I should have known, Michael Moore never goes into a venue where he will seriously be questioned. He never does.
Well, the false premise is that there are many wars, or at least wars exist, where most people would say, sure, I'll sacrifice my son or daughter for that war.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes from there to pose the question to O'Reilly, would you sacrifice your son or daughter in Fallujah? And I mean, O'Reilly should have been ready for this. There isn't a war that ever happened that any sane parent would say, sure, I'll sacrifice my child.
Of course, and besides, he said George Bush is sending people to die for Fallujah or whatever. That's ridiculous. It's a volunteer army, and in fact, I think a lot of the people who serve in the U.S. military would be very, very insulted. Frankly, I think what might be nice is if Michael Moore had to be locked in a room with some of those people for a few minutes. I'd like to see that happen. I'd pay good money to see that, frankly. But
so, Terry, I hope that some listener out there, this will trickle over to them, and the next person that he tries this little trick on, I mean, he intercepts congressman on the street, apparently, in his movie, and poses the same question. It's the old 70s rhetorical, anybody that's had Logic 101 can see through this.
I totally agree, and so I just really am disappointed in Bill O'Reilly. He really let us down. He really did.
That was a shame, and not only did he fall for it, but then he turned around and shoved his foot all the way down into his stomach and said, well, that's why everybody himself, and Moore just laughed at him and said, start him up.
Yeah, that's right.
It was pathetic.
It was pathetic. Hey, Tom, I got to go to a break, and you're cutting out, so I'm going to let you go, but I agree with you. Have a great drive safe out there. Okay, bye. 312-591-8900. I'm going to play for you some more sound bites and talk a little bit about Barack Obama and get your take on the convention. All that before we leave here at 3 o'clock. I'm Terry O'Brien. This is News Talk 890 WLS.